What's good? What's good? What's good, folks? Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Nate's Point of Views. Yes, I changed the name of my channel. I am going back to where it all started, Nate's Point of Views. Yes, I'm back. I am back. I am back. I'm back. And I'm so good to be back. Guys, let's get off into the video. So this is my new show, the Nate's Point of Views podcast. Yep, this is going to be the format moving forward. And yes, let's talk about it. Joy reads. Joy Reid. It seemed like people were celebrating this young lady getting fired. Why are so many people happy about this woman getting fired? Now, whether you agree with her or not, I don't think it's cool to celebrating somebody losing their job because that can happen to anybody. I'm not gonna sit here and make fun of her. I really don't know much about her. I know she had a show on MSNBC, but Democrat, yeah, it is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. But I'm not gonna sit here and make fun of her and make light of her situation. But I do want to play an audio to Tariq Nasheeds. He's gonna give his perspective and his point of view of her losing her job and give you more of a background because I really don't know much about this woman. But this is not my words. This is Tariq Nasheed's words. This is what he thinks about her, and this is his perspective on it. I'm going to play it. It's not me saying all of this or none of this. So, guys, if you hear me coughing, I apologize because your boy is a little sick, okay? But the show must go on. So, with that being said, let's get off into the video.
About this for the past couple of days. Former MSNBC host, Congolese immigrant, second gen, whatever, first gen, I don't know. But Joy Reid was canned from MSNBC, and she was on social media boo-hooing and crying. She was crying, saying that, "Oh, my show had value. Oh, Lord, ma'am. She was just going on and on and on about how her show had value, and she was trying to uplift this person and uplift immigrants and uplift the Asian community. And okay, all right. And then some of the Democrat shills are trying to cape for. Oh, titty nose Isaac Hayes Jr. was trying to cape. Ooh, that's the first black woman who had her own show. Shut your big flabby ass up, nigga. With your failed website, that blues. What's that? What's his
I don't know who
website?
he is. I
I
know it's
forgot the
Isaac
name of it.
Hayes'
That
son.
failed shit that they tried to finesse everybody to go over to. Ain't nobody going to that bullshit. But listen, she's up here crying about her show had value. Oh, why they cancel my show? Oh, woo. She's all confused. Look, let me break it down for Joy and some of these other Democrat shills. Let me explain why Joy Reid's show didn't have no real value beyond political propaganda. Let's just keep it real. It's time for a wake-up call for Joy Reid and other Democrat shills. See, what they did, number one, it didn't have no value because they had select.
In case you guys don't know, he's not a fan of the Democratic Party. He's like me. He's not a fan of the Democratic Party nor the Republican Party. I'm not a fan of neither. I'm not. I'm not a fan of neither. Yeah, so.
Selective race discussions. See, they only talk about racism when they can dump on the Republicans, and that's not
That's
real
true.
justice or activism because you provide a shield for the Democrats and their anti-black racism. So yeah, the only time Joy had no problem discussing racism, long as she can pin it on the Republicans and Donald Trump. And when systematic racism comes from the Democrats
Mm-hmm.
and liberal institutions or liberal corporate elites, she ignored or downplay it. And that just proved, that selective framing proved that her show wasn't about no truth. It was about agenda driven storytelling. That's an agenda. I call out racism. Us on the grassroots, we call it out from either side. If you're a
Yep.
Democrat and
Same
doing some
here.
anti-black racist, you get
Same here.
called out. You're a right winger, do something anti-black
Same here.
racist, you get called out. We're not protecting any races.
Right.
And another reason why Joey's show had no value, she would demonize foundational Black Americans while pandering to the white liberals. She was always scolding us.
And that's another. I don't know about her particularly. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know when it comes to the Democrats, Obama did it. They do to black men. They do. That's why a lot of black men, they ain't rocking with the Democratic Party. They do a lot of scolding. They do. They do. And they pander to other groups. Side note, it's kind of ironic that the group that they pandered to didn't really vote for them. But that's a whole nother video.
And any of us who question the Democratic policies, we get questioned and demonized. But she would pander to the white liberals who exploited Black voters.
Yep, they do.
And
They do.
this whole narrative she would promote, if Black folks didn't vote for Democrats, we were ignorant or traitorous,
Yep.
rather than really addressing what we were saying. That was a problem. The show didn't have value. Nobody's
No,
rocking with that. And
I
she
don't
would
know.
weaponize a lot of the identity politics to silence foundational Black American political discussions. We trying to tell you what's going on. We're telling you what we need. We as foundational Black Americans, we have a voice. We're letting them know we want this, we want tangibles, we want this, we
Exactly.
want that.
Exactly.
And whenever we ask for tangibles, whenever we say we wanted reparations, Joy Reid was one of the main people dismissing us, calling us Russian bots. You're not going to run away from that. We remember that. You see, instead of having a real conversation about what we're asking for, you're going to sit up there and say some DNC propaganda. We didn't forget that.
It's cooking.
We're getting paid by the Russians. That was the narrative that they were kind of pushing, that we're getting paid by some foreign entity to post misinformation. The hell you mean misinformation? We want some damn tangibles. We're having rallies and all types of get-togethers saying in one unified voice, we need tangibles for our lineage.
Make 2025 the year you make your brand happen. Make open for business happen.
I'm sitting there trying to pause the video.
You see? But she got her talking points from the white mommy and white daddy top brass at the DNC, and all of that stuff backfired on her because they used her show to use shaming tactics to manipulate Black voters. She was a vote shamer, always guilt tripping us into voting for Democrats without receiving any type of policy benefit in return, and it just backfired. Every election cycle, Joy made all of these exaggerated claims that not voting for the Democrats means that we're supporting white supremacy. And instead of really listening to what we're saying, that was that whole thing, the DNC. That
I'm not necessarily referring this to her because, I don't know. But I did notice that. I noticed that it was almost like they tried to use a lot of scare tactics for Blacks to vote Democrat. But the other groups, they didn't do that. They didn't do that with other groups. Why is that? Why didn't they do scare tactics towards the Latinos? Which a majority of them, in general, voted for Donald Trump. They didn't do that with the Asians. They didn't do that with any other race. Why do they do that with Blacks? Why do they use scare tactics? Why? Why do they do that? Why? Why do they do it? I don't understand that. I don't get it. The double standards when it comes to politics and voting.
I guess that was their whole tactic. That was something that they sent down from the top. If we question their policies, just say that we're MAGA. This is what they still do. That they always, y'all niggas sound like y'all getting paid by Trump. How much money Trump gave y'all? That's a projection because we see how much money these organizations get. You know, did y'all see the retweet I put up earlier about 30 minutes before I did this broadcast? Somebody put up some receipts a few years ago on some of these tether trolls who sit up online demonizing our lineage all day. You see these.
Okay. I'm not gonna play this. Hold on, let's pass this.
These people are getting paid for real to do this, and it was a couple of these people. They would make all of these and discredit us. That shows we're doing something right. You understand? And when they start doing this fake feminism thing, and that comes from a lot of these foreign women, these women with these foreign backgrounds, they're real big on pushing feminist propaganda. Just like Joy Reid, she was pushing that the black men are the problem narrative. She was always vilifying black men, always portraying black men as the biggest obstacles to progress.
And you know the funny thing about it is she's married. I looked her up. Joy Reid is married. Her husband's black. I noticed that. I noticed they with the whole feminist movement. Um, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. That's a whole nother video. Let me stay on topic. Because
and black girl magic and the black woman this, and instead of addressing the reasons why many black men were leaving the Democratic Party, she tried to smear us as misogynist, self-hating, or manipulated by the right wing, like we can't think for ourselves.
yeah, this is funny because they try to make out like the black men are the boogeyman. They try to make out like black men are the boogeyman. It's crazy. Why you see these other races of men doing all sorts of just debauchery and heinous crimes and acts and all sorts of things. But yeah, I noticed that they try to make out like the black man is the boogeyman.
You see? And Joy's show did not have value because basically all she did was just spread DNC talking points without holding them accountable. Yeah, they gave Joy Reid a platform not to inform anything, not to inform or enlighten. Basically, her job was to reinforce DNC propaganda. She never really seriously challenged any of the Democratic leaders about their failures on like black economic policies, criminal justice, reparations, or any other tangible benefit. No. Her job was basically a deflection. What's that dude who calls up here all the time? One of these old wide hip niggas, that Halo dude. When he calls up and we start asking him about the failures of the Democrats, what does he do? Well, the Republicans didn't do that either. Well, the Republicans ain't gonna give y'all nothing, and the Republicans they start deflecting on the Republicans, and that's what Joy Reid did. These are one-trick ponies. These are all one-trick ponies. Y'all don't have no value. We see you have no value. And another thing Joy Reid would do, just like a lot of the Democrat shills, just basically do a bunch of fear-mongering about Trump as a way to distract from those Democrat failures. On her show, all she did was, oh, Trump is a Nazi, Trump is this, trying to scare black folks. Oh, y'all gonna be picking cotton in February. Oh, Trump is gonna do this. Oh, black folks, you better get on board. You better not wait to see what Trump got for you. Yeah, while we were getting smashed on under damn Biden. You ain't saying nothing about this. That ain't working. We're afraid of Biden's ass. We're afraid of Kamala having 4 more years. That's what we're scared of.
Guys, I'm not going to play the whole video, but yeah, I just wanted to play a little audio. Tariq Nasheeds' perspective. I respect his opinion. Very knowledgeable guy. I don't agree with him 100% on, some of his topics. I just don't. I don't agree with 100% of anybody's topics. But a lot of things that he does say when it comes to race, when it comes to politics, he makes a lot of sense. Very knowledgeable guy, very smart, intelligent guy. Like I said, I don't agree with all of his talking points. But it, like I said, I just wanted to touch on that because I really don't talk a lot about politics on my platform. I'm going to start talking more about politics. But I did notice that they used a lot of fear mongering towards blacks, particularly black men, but they didn't do that with the Latino votes. And you see what's going on with that. It just, and it just seemed like the Democratic Party was pandering a lot to the Latino vote. But yeah. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. In my comments, you guys let me know what you think. Keep the trolling to a minimum. Keep the trolling to a minimum. I'm not going to put up with too many trolls on this platform. I'm going to try to be a little bit serious with some humor. With some humor. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Go out, be blessed, and be a blessing to others. Your boy Nate. I'm out.